What is the real cost that we are all having to pay when it comes to multiculturalism that has gone too far? Well, women's rights activist and a survivor of Sharia oppression, Ayaan Hirsi Ali, well, she's going to tell us. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. In today's video I'm going to discuss how Ayaan Hirsi Ali in this clip right here tells us what the real cost has been to countries that have taken multiculturalism too far at the detriment of its own people. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or a particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this. All credit goes to Lisa Rosen at Lisa Rosen 0000 for sharing this clip on Twitter, explaining that this clip is from an explosive Sky News interview where Ayaan Hirsi Ali is warning Australians to learn from Europe's destruction before it's too late. Her message is clear: deport all Islamists who refuse to adopt Australian laws, values and culture. And Lisa's asking a good question. Why is it so controversial to say that people who hate the country they live in should be allowed to stay? Now, let's play this clip right now and see exactly what Ayaan Hirsi Ali has got to say about the real cost of multiculturalism.
What about the term multiculturalism? Because it's almost celebrated, particularly in places like Australia. And it's almost an embarrassment that our own old culture, in our case predominantly an Anglo culture with Indigenous underpinnings, but our own culture isn't good enough on its own, that bringing in all of these people have made us richer and better. But in some instances, it's come at a cost.
I think this is the thing, right? Multiculturalism can be a good thing, right? Don't get me wrong. But when it's taken too far, it does then come at a cost. What is this cost? Ayaan Hirsi Ali is going to tell us right now.
I think the mistake that was made years ago was to apply that philosophy to immigrants. And immigrants who were settled in Australia and given citizenship were also told that they could assimilate or integrate on their own terms, hold on to their own identity. And unfortunately, the result of that for some of these immigrants, not all of them, but for some of these immigrants was to form their own ghettos. Enter radical Islam, which is an international ideology that seeks to transform everywhere it goes and tries to take over control and power. And the philosophy of multiculturalism empowered the Islamists into isolating Muslim individuals, convincing them that the Islamist worldview is their worldview and that is what it is to be a Muslim, and turning them against the local populations. The problem you're seeing in Australia is exactly the same problem they have in the United Kingdom, in Germany, in other parts of Europe, but we also have it in the United States. And so now I think is the time to say multiculturalism as a philosophy has failed. If you want to...
Okay. I wouldn't go so far to say multiculturalism as a philosophy has failed. Like I said, you can agree with me, disagree with me, whatever, right? I do think there are benefits to multiculturalism. However, it's gone too far. And for me, multiculturalism is a way whereby governments and countries are bending over backwards to accommodate those that are coming in, rather than for those that are coming in, those integrating and accepting our social norms, our laws, our society, our way of life. Instead, multiculturalism has been taken too far. And multiculturalism is turning around via our government and saying, come in and we'll accommodate you. We'll bend to your will. We'll bend to your beliefs, your way of living. Now, don't get me wrong. Live how you want to live. Believe how you want to believe. But if you're moving to UK, if you're moving to Britain, you have to accept our British way of life. If you don't like that, move to another country. It's as simple as that. But Ayaan Hirsi Ali is right. Multiculturalism has empowered Islamists. We'll finish off with the rest of what she says right now.
If you want to bring about social cohesion in a nation state, you emphasize what unites us. You don't emphasize what divides us. And multiculturalism is about emphasizing what divides us. And the way multiculturalism works is some of these communities, minorities, as they say, are to be afforded exemptions from the laws that majorities have to uphold.
Yes, and we see that.
There we go. This is why I said multiculturalism has gone too far, because we're bending over backwards to accommodate those that are coming in, to accommodate their beliefs and their view of how to live life. Instead of turning around and saying, no, if you come to this country, absolutely fine, but you've got to integrate to our way of life, to our laws. Bring the culture with you, don't get us wrong. But you live in Britain. You live in a British culture. Don't try and force Sharia law onto us. There shouldn't be any Sharia courts in this country whatsoever, but there's over 80 of them. As I've reported on this channel, the UK has been named as the capital of Sharia courts in the Western world. But hang on a minute, we have our own legal system. It's the British legal system. If anyone has any legal issues that they need to sort out, they should be going there, regardless of religion. You shouldn't be turning to somehow an alternative court system that shouldn't have any legal standing or shouldn't have any existence whatsoever in this country, because we already have a legal system in place to accommodate every religion and every person in this country. The British law, the British way of thinking, the British life, the British court, the British system, the British law. What do you think to what Ayaan Hirsi Ali has said about this? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here at Political Nerds. And until the next time, you guys, laters.